Hi everyone, this is Randy. Today I'm going to talk about PUA, which stands for Pickup Artist, and how it relates to narcissism. So if you're unfamiliar with the term pickup artist, I did a tiny bit of research. It looks like it started to become more popular or legitimate with male dating coaches for men around 2005, 2003. I guess there was some books written about it. I'm not really interested in doing too much research about how it began. I also tried to look up how many men subscribe to pickup artist techniques, because what it does, there's classes, there's books written, there are videos, and basically it teaches men how, if they don't already know how to trick women basically into sleeping with them, and how to get as many women into their beds as possible, or as they'd like, and hot women, not just any woman, but how to get the hottest woman to sleep with you. It also is kind of cloaked in some other self-improvement or self-development type of things, like working out, eating right, dressing in a pleasing manner, etc. But all of those things are also, getting a business together, making money. Those are all kind of side notes for the coaches, but all with the same goal of that, if you're looking good, feeling good, have a nice body, and have a good income, that's all going to help support you being able to sleep with the largest number of hot women on the planet. So that's what PUA is, and I want to refer everyone who's interested, both men and women, any man who may have been into PUA or the PUA techniques. It's also kind of there's a group of PUAs that may also be kind of like in MGTOW. Any men who think maybe they need to pick up some of the techniques of PUA that might listen to my channel, or maybe that have done PUA as a result of being burned by a female narcissist, and as a reaction to somehow maybe getting revenge on the female narcissist, and also all women this would pertain to, because you need to know that this is a popular way, and it's basically a way that men who are dating, if they're seeking any kind of advice, will definitely come across PUA, and they may fall for it and start subscribing to this very misleading set of techniques. And when they do subscribe to it, what I am proposing is that it is a complete narcissist training camp. Now, I do have to preface this by saying that the PUA community is the most attractive to men who are weak, pathetic, and have a low level of morality, or who have been basically rejected and put down, left by, and possibly emotionally abused by women. And it seeks to move these weak, pathetic men toward more narcissistic behaviors. Some probably already started out with narcissistic behaviors, and those who did, it's just more training, more justification to them that, you know, the way that they go about getting relationships, quote, relationships with women is the right way to go about it. After all, that's probably something they've already been doing. So then when they see that there's classes being held, there's coaching, explaining to other men what they've known all along, it only seeks to justify to themselves in their own mind and allow them to rationalize even better that how they've been treating the victims that they have, us, that it's just fine, and actually it's a good route to go. It's the best way to go about getting what you want, and it probably, I'm sure, boosts their ego tenfold. So there's this YouTuber named Leo at Actualized.org, and he teaches personal development. He's pretty well versed in some philosophy. He's got 347,000 subscribers at this point, and he's fairly young. I actually subscribed to him probably a year and a half ago, and when he did a video or two that really did not sit well with me, that seemed to be that he was also subscribing to some PUA techniques and had a complete disrespect for women, I unsubscribed to him. That was a year and a half ago. And for some reason, I decided to look him up again and see what kind of messages he's putting out in 2016. And I was really happy to see that Leo has grown quite a bit in the past year and a half when I unsubscribed to him. So much so that I've actually resubscribed to Leo at Actualized.org. And I know most of us probably here don't watch too much TV. We like YouTube. So I would like to refer both men and women to the latest video that he put out today. And again, it's by Actualized.org. And I will put the link in the description box below. The title is A Rant Against the Pickup Community, a must-watch for PUAs. And it is an hour and a half long video. Well worth it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was really happy to see that Leo, point by point, broke it down how PUAs are misled and what kind of basic spiritual level functioning they are at. And he also mentions narcissism quite often in this video, relating the PUA community to either existing narcissists or basically that it is a narcissist breeding ground for men. Really good video, and nice to see that Leo has continued to grow in his understanding. He is an admitted previous subscriber to the pickup artist philosophies, because he was overweight. He was not found apparently attractive by women. He had low self-esteem and whatever other issues he had, and he was not successful with women. So that is something that pulled him in when he was younger, I guess just 4 years ago. But now he's made it, and he's made it to the point where he's able to, as an insider, break these guys down in a very eloquent way. So I would recommend watching his video. Truly, at first, when I was just beginning to understand narcissistic personality in a deep manner, I did run across, MGTOW and PUA. And when I read a bit about PUA, I thought to myself, wow, is this what happened to my husband? Did he somehow behind my back start reading about PUA, and then he just totally changed and decided to get out of the marriage and start screwing as many possible chicks as he could? Because I was, looking for answers. I was trying to develop theories about how and why this happened, this seeming change in his personality, especially regarding, him looking outside the relationship or outside our marriage for sex with other women. I thought to myself, did he learn about PUA? But then really now, since I've understood narcissism and NPD, I realize no, he didn't read about it. It was something that it was some manipulative techniques that narcissists already have. So they don't need to read any books. Reading articles and studying this would only be justification for how they already naturally behave. So they don't need any schooling or any studying on this. Now, the coaches and the teachers, the men who are teaching this to others and writing the books, they're probably narcissists because they already had these techniques naturally, and so they think that here's a great audience. Here's a bunch of men who want to know how to sleep with women and get tens consistently, regardless of any kind of conscience, morality, or empathy, or lack thereof. So let me write a book and hold classes where I can get a lot of attention, make a lot of money, and teach these poor saps what I know about PUA, but it's really teach them what I know about being a narcissist. So the PUA community is a narcissist breeding ground. Again, I don't know how widespread it is, but it needs to be outed, and I want to thank Leo on Actualized.org for doing that today. Thanks for listening.